Hi there. Today, Mercury retrograde finishes. Woohoo! That means that we can actually get the green light to start moving forward. Now, this is an interesting retrograde because the first part of it, Mercury was in Virgo. And then during the retrograde process, when a planet sort of appears to move backwards, he moved back into Leo energy. So half of the retrograde was in Virgo, which gave us that ability to really attend to details and get things organized in the background and sort of cross all our T's and dot all our I's and be prepared for what's coming. And then once he moved, regressed back or retrograded back further into Leo energy, we allowed ourselves to brought in that freedom of expression, the ability to express yourself openly, creatively, articulately, and usually in a fairly entertaining or pleasant way, a way that people can interact with easily. When Leo energy is a very easygoing energy, and most people get along quite well with Leos because they like to have fun, they like to put themselves out there, and generally they're very optimistic people. And so when we had Mercury, now we've got Mercury in Leo, it's really lifting up our optimism to be able to be more confident to put ourselves out there. Because, Leo's an energy that is a lot of confidence. There's lots of rock stars, actors, public figures are Leos because they don't have a problem with being in the public eye. So when Mercury's all about communication, so if you don't have a problem being in the public eye, and you've got the gift of communication as well, and you put those two together, you've kind of got the gift of the gab, basically. And it's very easy for you to get your point across, to people want to listen to you because you present things in a way that is interesting, maybe entertaining, it's articulate and makes sense, and it's optimistic and uplifting. And the world certainly needs lots of uplifting energy at the moment. So I'm actually born with Mercury in Leo, which why making videos and doing this sort of thing is very, very easy for me. I don't have a problem. I don't find it difficult at all because it just flows for me. But other people, of course, might find it more difficult. But now that Mercury's in Leo for everybody for the next few weeks, it gives us all the ability to really harness that energy and use it. So if you've got something you've been wanting to say or wanting to present or wanting to get out there, whether that's in the spoken word or the written word, this is the time to do it. But we've got to remember when a planet moves from direct motion, from direct into retrograde and back again, there's always a period of time where the planet is stationary. It's gone into retrograde, then it's still for a while, and then it moves into direct motion. And so at the moment, Mercury is in stationary. So it's like a holding period where we're still consolidating everything that we've learned, everything we've been working on, and putting it all together. But you don't have the green light for around about another 5 days. You can go ahead and do things now that you've been holding off for if it's desperate and you really need to. But ideally, you'd wait around about 5 days for the planet to start moving direct again, because then you haven't got any mischief. Because as we know with Mercury, he's all about mischief, and he brings in this, curveballs, unexpected events, and especially when he's in retrograde motion, we can always know that something's going to go haywire in some way. I had a lot of technical problems at the beginning of this retrograde with the power going off and then the internet going down, and then something else, or my stove broke down or something else happened, but all these electrical things happened for me, which is very common in Mercury retrograde. Other things that are common are your car breaking down, or things that you sign, which is always not a good idea to sign things in retrograde. They can tend to need to be renegotiated or re-looked at later. So if you have to sign anything or put your name on the dotted line right today or over the next couple of days, just be very aware of triple checking everything that you're signing. Because that's the challenge with the retrograde, is things get overlooked or missed or forgotten. And that's when we have to go back then and fix it. And it can just be a bit of a drama that we don't need. So with Mercury and Leo, though, this is such an optimistic energy for really putting yourself out there. So like I said before, if there's something you need to say, if there's something you need to write, if there's something you need to produce or act or whatever, this is the time to do it, because you've got the gift of the gab. People are going to be drawn to you because of your optimism or your exuberance and what you're putting out there. And it's also a way where you can say things that need to be said in a creative, optimistic, uplifting way. So that message that needs to be given or needs to be heard by others, you can not sugarcoat it so much that it doesn't make sense anymore and you get lost and the message is lost, but you're able to sort of maybe read the room or read how the best way to present this would be, and therefore everything you put out will be really well received by anybody else. So don't hold back for too long and get out there and put yourself out there. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.